So, hello students, welcome back to this session. But today I am not going to start any new topic because in the last session most of you are having doubt regarding this LOC and ILOC. Okay, so let me clear this topic first, then we will proceed to the next topic. So, bete, just listen me carefully. This is very easy topic. Don't get confused. Listen to me very carefully. Okay. So LOC versus ILOC. Let us keep few things in our mind, bete. First thing, if index attribute has not been used. Okay, in case of numpy array we were not using any index attribute. Okay, so to create a series, if we have not used any index attribute, then both LOC and ILOC will take the implicit index values which starts from 0. This is the first point. Next, if index attribute has been used, it means if we are giving the index name as per our choice, then only LOC and ILOC will act differently. And how they will act? If we are giving our index values, our index names, bete, then LOC will use the specified index name. Spelling mistake is there, bete, make it specified. Then LOC will use the specified index name which we are giving, but ILOC will always use the default one which always starts from 0. Okay, and the one more and main difference is when we are giving a range with ILOC, then the end value is excluded, but in case of LOC the end value is not excluded, it is included. Okay, for example, we are having the series of elements 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60, and to create this series, suppose we have not used any index attribute, so by default their index will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, although we have not used any index attribute to create the series, but it will have the implicit index value, and those index values will be started from 0. Okay, bete, so those values will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since we have not used any index attribute, then both ILOC and LOC will access these index values only. So whatever value you are using for ILOC and LOC, if it falls within this range, then you will have the correspondence element. If the range doesn't fall within this range, then your output will be empty. Okay, that was the first situation when we are not using any index attribute. But suppose if we have used index attribute in our code, for example, to create a series, I am providing index values as 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66 bete, then what will happen? Now the series will have two index values. First one is the default one which always remains same, that starts from 0. Okay, that one is implicit, and the next one is the index value which we are giving, and we are giving which index value? We are giving 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66. Now what will happen, bete? The ILOC will act on the implicit locations, these locations which are implicit, that starts from 0, but LOC will use which location, bete? Which we are providing, which we are giving explicitly. Okay, so that is the difference between ILOC and LOC. Let me tell you once again, bete, if we are not using index attribute, then both LOC and ILOC will act on the default that starts from 0, and if we are giving index attribute, then what will happen, bete? If you are giving index attribute, then no doubt ILOC will act upon the default one, but LOC will act on the index value which we are providing. Okay, so just keep these three things in your mind. Now let us explain these things using example. Okay, now see bete, I have created one series using array. Okay, but in this particular example I have not used any attribute as index attribute. Okay, the first case, what was the first point here? The first point was bete this one, that if index attribute has not been used, both LOC and ILOC will take the implicit index values which starts from 0. So let us check. So in this particular example, we have not used any index value. When we will execute this one bit, automatically one index value is provided. This index value is implicit because we are not giving it, it is provided automatically. Okay, and it always starts from 0. So since we are having 6 elements, so the last index value will be which one? 5, because it starts from 0. Okay, so if you will use LOC or if you will use ILOC, both will access this index values because we have not used index attribute to give our index name. So let us check bete, if we are using ILOC, okay, and if I am writing 1 2 4, can you tell me what will be the output bete? Output will be, it starts from the index 1, it means this one. But in the third point I told you bete, in case of range given for ILOC, the end value is excluded. So we are using here ILOC, so the end value will always be included. So we will start from the first index, but it will move up to 3, not 4, since the last value is excluded. So our result will be what? Our result will be 4, 6 and 8. Let us see what we are getting bete. Just see, we are getting 4, 6 and 8. Similarly, if we will write LOC instead of ILOC, what will happen? We will have, it will access the same index values, but in this time the end value will be included. It means in our result 10 will be included. Okay, so let us check. Now see, the first value as well as the last index value both are included, unlike the ILOC. In case of ILOC, the last value is excluded, but in case of LOC, the first value and the last value both are included. Okay, so just now we have seen that if we are not using any index attribute, then what we are getting bete? Both the LOC and ILOC works upon the same index range. And which index? The index which is given implicitly, that starts from 0. Okay, now let us use index attribute so that we can explain the second one. I already explained you the first point bete and third point. Let me explain you the second point, what happens when we are using index attribute. Okay, so just here I am providing our index attribute. Using index attribute bete, you can give your own label, you can give your own index to your elements. Okay, as per your choice. So suppose I am giving here 22, 44, 66, 88, 110 and 112. Suppose these index values are given for these elements. Okay, let me print the series to check whether the series has been created successfully or not. Now see, here it is showing the index values which we have provided. That doesn't mean that it does not have the implicit one, but it also has the implicit index value also. And what were those index values? Those start from 0, 1, 2, like that. It is also there. Okay, this one is given by us. So when you will write bete ILOC, okay, this will take those implicit values. Means suppose I am writing here 1 2 4. So what it will take bete? It will take the elements starting from the index value 1, because 2 will have 0 index value. So it will take which elements? It will take the elements stored from first index value up to third, not fourth, because we are using ILOC, so the last value is excluded. So the result will be 4, 6 and 8. Let us check the output. Yes, we are having 4, 6 and 8. Okay, but if we want to use the index, these index values bete, those which are given by us, then we have to write here LOC. Okay, okay, what will happen if we will write like this one? If we will write like this one, what will happen? In the previous case, when index attribute was not used, this LOC and ILOC both were working upon the default index. Now let us check what will happen if I am giving LOC as 1 from 1 to 4, but our index is like this. Okay, so I think we will not get any output in our result because we don't have index name like 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let us check what we are getting. No output, because but in our, since here we are having LOC and LOC will take these index values, but in our index values there is nothing like any index 1, 2, 3, so it will result in no output. So let us check if we will give something like 22 and then suppose I am giving 88. What do you think? What will be the result? Since this one is LOC, it will start from here 22 index value and it will move up to 88. Both start value and end value will be included bete, and it will give you the elements stored in these index positions. So our output will be at the index 22, which element is stored? 2, at 44 4, at 66 6 and 88 8. So our result will have 2 4 6 8. Our result is having 2 4 6 8. So I think bete this topic must have been clear to all of you. Then another question from you was, ma'am, can we give step value here? Yes bete, we can give step value here because this is just like slicing that we have discussed in array. Okay, so in case of slicing, if you want to skip one element, then what we have to write? We have to write here 2. So what it will do? It will take the same range, but it will not give you all the elements in the sequence. It will skip one element in between. For example, it will give you 2 but it will not give you 4 because we have given the step value as 2. So let us check what we are getting. We are getting only 2 and 6 because 4 and 8 has been stepped out because we have given here the step value. So this is just like slicing. Here we can access single element, we can access range of element, we can access any element in between. If you access a single element, you have to write only one index. What it will give us? It will give 2. Okay, if you will give ILOC and 22, what do you think bete? Whether we will get any output? No, because we don't have any default index as 22. We have default index as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let us check what we are getting. We are getting error because single positional index is out of bound. We don't have anything like 22. But if I will give you 2, then there will be an output because 0, the first element will have index 0, then 1, then 2. So I have given only index as 2. So the element stored at second position is 6. So output is 6. So these LOC and this ILOC are used for accessing single element. We may give a range and we also give step value. So I hope now these two things must be clear to all of you bete. Still, if you are having any doubt, then don't hesitate to ask me, and don't forget to bete like, share and subscribe with your friends. So thank you for watching. Take care and stay safe, stay home. Bye bete.